So, as always, I'm going to pass you everything. Okay, this is what we were doing the other day, the phrasal verbs and so on. And you've got them, I think that, well, in the previous class, you can make a, if you see it on YouTube, you can make a picture at this. Today, what are we going to do? We're going to do a writing, but first of all, I'm going to introduce you to the writing component, which is one of the most difficult parts, okay? Because, well, now you're going to see that it is a little bit difficult, especially the last part, because the last part corresponds to a C2, okay? So I've got lots of documents in here. Okay, I'm going to pass every document, so don't worry about it. Just pay attention and that's it. This is in Spanish, okay? As always that I pass is in Spanish because if you have doubts, you have to see it in Spanish. Let me see if I'm sharing the screen. Perfect. Okay, so this is very important, guys. In the writing part, you've got 55 minutes. 55 minutes. This is not a lot, okay, because you have to do 3 tasks. 3 tasks. I'm going to write it there. Okay. When I passed the structure of the APTIS advanced exam, I told you within these minutes you're going to do 3 tasks, a formal email and something about a club. Now you will understand everything, but we didn't see it in depth. So now is when we are seeing it. So the first task is something about a club, something about a chat, okay? So, for example, you've got to answer to 3 questions, okay? I'm going to be underlying. You're going to answer to 3 questions in a chat, in an online club, or something like that, in a forum, okay? In which you have supposedly joined. Okay, you have this, so for example, a forum of cars, a reading club, something about that, okay? And you have to answer in informal English. I mean, when I say informal, I mean normal English, okay? Everyday English. Let me see. Ahora os lo paso, ¿eh? Okay. So, and you will have to use from 25 to 30 words, okay, as a maximum, okay? Don't worry about the words, guys, because you are going to have a counter, like here in Word, you have a counter of the words you have been using. So in the exam, it's going to be exactly the same. You're going to have something that counts the words. So you won't, you are not going to be counting the words that you use. So, this is key, guys. Why is it not necessary for you to spend a lot of time in this first part? Because, guys, this is APTIS Advanced from C1 to C2. This means that the most difficult exercises are at the end, okay, and that the easiest are at the beginning. So the easiest, they have to be done quick, okay, whereas for you to have more time for the difficult ones, okay, so this is logical. Recommendations for this part. So you should be using words that express hobbies, tastes, I'm really into or I'm interested in, okay? You should be putting important words, phrasal verbs, okay? So instead of saying investigate, say look into, for example, that would be an example. Or maybe some expressions that we have seen already. These things. Okay, so guys, this is a writing forum. You write in a forum. Okay, let me. So guys, this is very easy. I mean, imagine you are a member of a language club. Okay, complete the information by writing in full sentences, blah blah. Well, the minutes, guys, if you find here the minutes, this is an approximation. Okay, so if you do it in less time, it is going to be good. And it says, please write about your hobbies and when you usually do them. So this type of questions, guys. If you don't have a language club, you're going to find a reading club and you're going to be asked, why are you in this reading club? I'm in this reading club because I love reading, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so guys, this is very easy. I mean, please write about your hobbies and when you usually do them. This is very easy. So where is the level in? Where is the level in the answer? You have to write an answer which contains difficult things. Okay, for example, a conditional. For example, some modal verbs that we are going to see next week. The passive, some phrasal verbs. Okay, it is not necessary that you write everything, but a little bit. Just for example, with a passive and a phrasal verb, it would be okay. Or with two difficult expressions, it will be okay. Nice. So the questions, guys, are going to be very easy. The thing is that you answer in a way that they say, okay, this is considered to be the C1. Okay. This is it. Okay, so guys, the questions are not going to be difficult at all. Si nos preguntan por los hobbies, os van a preguntar ¿por qué os habéis metido a esta agencia de viajes? ¿Por qué te has suscrito a esta agencia de viajes? Pues porque me encanta viajar. ¿Por qué te has metido en esto de hacer deporte online? Porque me encanta hacer deporte. Pero tengo que decir algo, o lo mismo que diría una persona del A2, porque las preguntas, esta parte es igual que la del APTIS Advanced, perdón, del APTIS general, que va de la A1 al B2. Esta parte es la misma, solo que ellos no la tienen el primero. Para vosotros es el más fácil, para ellos es una de las más difíciles, ¿vale? Ellos tienen más writings. Si la pregunta es la misma, ¿dónde está el C1 o el A1? En la respuesta, en cómo yo diga que me gusta. Sí, me encanta bailar y voy todos los fines de semana. Ok, eso te lo puede decir el de la 1. ¿Qué vas a poner tú para que sea diferente? No es difícil. Intentad buscar 3 phrasal verbs, 5, 10, que sean más o menos que podáis poner en cualquier cosa y ya está. Una estructura en pasiva que os aprendáis y podáis meter en cualquier cosa. Or for example, it should be said, debería decirse, en vez de empezar, pues me encanta bailar, pues debería decirse que me encanta bailar. Y ahí es otra forma de decir lo mismo, pero de manera diferente. Okay, so that would be the first part that we are going to practice. Of course, we are going to practice all of the parts. Then writing 2 is a formal email. Formal email. So you are advancing. So this is going to be more difficult. The second writing is going to be more difficult than that. I'm going to put an example that I have. I was doing this now. Okay, perfect. I've erased what I wanted. This is it. Aquí pone task 4, pero no os fijéis en que pone aquí task 4, porque esto es de un libro. Vale? I don't know how to, well. So, in this part, okay, with the formal email, you are going to have one email that you receive. You receive one email, okay? And they tell you, dear member. Siempre en esta parte os dan un email, recibís un email vosotros y tenéis que contestar a ese email, okay? So, dear member, I am writing to inform you that the International Food Party planned for tomorrow night will be cancelled because we cannot use the kitchens at the local school as we had arranged. They are telling you that the party is cancelled. Okay? We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Unfortunately, we will not be able to offer a refund on the tickets you have purchased, but we will try to organize another event in the future, the club secretary, Jamdown Cooking Club. Okay, so they are telling you're a member of a club. Les encanta lo de los miembros de un club. Esto, como no caiga en el examen, no sé qué va a caer. Esto va a caer. El miembro de un club de algo, okay? Because now, guys, what do we use English for? For traveling and for, well, for different purposes on the internet. So this is why we use English today in the 21st century. So they are telling you, you have joined to a club and they are telling you that they are canceling a party and that they are not going to give your money back, that they are going to try to organize another event. That's it. That's it. So what you have to do? Ya os he dicho que lo de los minutos que os ponen aquí es simplemente orientativo. Dice, you have 20 minutes. Es orientativo, ¿ok? Simplemente para que te dé tiempo a hacer todo el examen, pero si lo hacéis en 15, mejor. Y si estáis 25, no pasa nada, pero claro, luego falta este, que es el tocho. Now you will see it. Formal email. So what do you have to do? You have to respond to this email. Now respond to the club secretary. Okay, this was written by the club secretary by writing a formal email. You should include your feelings about the changes and what you think the club should do about the situation. Okay, so this is very easy. They are telling you the party has been cancelled. What's your opinion about it? But the different thing, guys, is that you are going to use formal language, okay, formal structures. Good. And I'm going to pass a document. I'm going to pass many documents today. Okay, I'm going to pass this document in which you are going to find formal and informal email phrases. In this case, this is an email, and this is formal. So you've got here greetings for the formal email. Let me see if everything is correct. Yes. You have here greetings for the formal email. So you should be starting the email by saying this, something about this. Dear sir or madam, or to whom it may concern, if you don't know the remittent. Okay, in informal, in this case, we don't need an informal email. In this case, we in this exam, we don't have informal email. Formal, reason for writing. I am writing to make, for example, I am writing to express my feelings about the changes that have been placed because of the cancellation of the International Food Party. That could be one. So guys, you have to personalize these structures. Okay? So with reference to our, imagine, here we have to our telephone conversation on Friday, but you can modify this for it to be, to fit what you have to do. With reference to what you have said, I would like to let you know that I'm not happy with the changes. Decimos cosas simples introducidas por cosas difíciles. Resultado, C1. ¿Vale? Yo digo, en vez de decir I'm not happy with the changes, no estoy contenta con los cambios. Porque me has cancelado una fiesta de no sé qué y no me has devuelto el dinero. Y ahora me estás diciendo que vas a hacer otro evento. No estoy contenta o estoy súper contenta. Porque me pillaba bien que lo cancelaseis. Ponéis la opinión que queráis. Digo, I'm not happy with the changes, pero introducido de una manera que mole, ¿ok? For example, with reference to our previous email, I would like to let you know that I'm not happy with the changes. Y eso ya es formal. Ahí está, lo informal o de lo neutro a lo formal. Todo introducido por frases, buenas frases de C1. Okay, so you are going to find here making a request, asking for information. Could you please let me know if you can, well, you have here some requests or asking for information, offering help. Okay, you have here some structures, complaining, or you could say, I am writing to express my dissatisfaction with the service because I paid for the party and you are telling me that I'm not getting the refund. This is good language. This is C1. I regret to say that, blah, blah, I was not completely satisfied, or I would like to, whatever. Okay, so you see the different structures, apologizing, attaching files. This is not going to be adjuntando documentos. This is not, but just in case you need it. Bueno, os lo podéis inventar. Podéis decir, y te propongo otros cambios. En vez de que organices otro evento, te propongo otros cambios que te adjunto en el siguiente PDF. Y es mentira, no estáis adjuntando nada, ¿vale? Estáis mandando un email, pero ya estáis utilizando vocabulario de C1. Okay, so you could say that. And the ending is very important. I look forward to hearing, ing, you see? I look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible. Okay, you can complement that. As soon as possible, whenever you can. And it was, let me see. And what do you think the club should do about the situation? Nos preguntan que deis vuestra opinión sobre lo que debería hacer el club. Entonces, podéis poner, pues yo te recomiendo tal, tal, tal y tal. Y aquí adjunto un PDF o lo que sea con otros cambios. I don't know, you invent. You have to be creative. Okay, so guys, this is it. This is not, I'm going to tell this in Spanish. Esto es Cambridge, ya lo sabéis, pero esto no es el Cambridge C1. Es diferente. Es decir, que por una parte, si en el otro examen suspendéis una parte, ya suspendéis todo el examen. Aquí no pasa eso. Pero sí que si a lo mejor tenéis una parte muy mal, ya no llegáis al nivel que queréis. ¿Vale? Por eso todas las partes igualmente, aunque aprobéis, son importantes. Okay, so that would be it. So I'm going to pass the document. Formal going to find it here. Informal phrases. Okay. Well, this was just an example for you to see. Okay. Make paragraphs. Okay, like dear sir, madam. Aquí ya tenemos el. We are introducing something. Then you say the reason why you are writing. Okay. Then you put some paragraphs about it. Okay, I'm going to pass this. And then you say, well, I would appreciate being given the opportunity, in this case, is to study in a given university. So in this case, you could say, I would appreciate that you take the changes I've mentioned into account. For example, yours faithfully, or I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and you sign. Okay, Juan, Marta, Maria, Alberto, Rodrigo, okay, your name. This is basically it. So I'm going to pass you this, and you have an example. You read it at home. Now we are not going to do it. Formal email. This is an example of a formal email. Good. I'm trying to explain everything good. I don't know if I'm running, but you have the examples in here. Da igual que aquí, repito en español, da igual que aquí ponga task for, porque esto es un libro. Y el último, the last one. This is the part that is going to give you the C1 or the C2. The real part is this one. Okay, so in this case is that you have to develop an article. In this case, it's an article. In the forum, informal English. In the writing of the email, formal. No va a caer nunca un email informal, ¿eh? Esto ya repito que en... No sé cómo tachar esto, para que ni lo miréis. No sé. I don't know, but guys, but don't look at this, ¿ok? Siempre es formal. No va a caer, me puede caer un informal o un formal. No, siempre formal. Y el artículo, what's the difference between the article? That the article is going to be neutral. Okay, articles are neutral. This means that you can, well, neutral is like the first exercise, more or less, okay? Informal or formal, or, okay, neutral. Ni ponemos algo que suene súper formal, ni ponemos, hey bro, what's up? Tampoco, okay? So something in the middle. Recommendations for this part. We have to start with a question. This is going to be more difficult, guys. We're going to start with a question, okay? And, a ver, ¿cómo os lo digo para que no os asustéis? No os preocupéis por las cifras y estadísticas that we are seeing now, okay? Because you are going to have these things, okay? But it is not difficult. And this is the most important, guys. Use something that says the examiner that you have the C1 or the C2. This is the most important. Okay. In this case, you are also going to have like a, well, like paragraph with some data, datos, with some data, okay? Country, visitors, a year, main attractions, period of time. This is not difficult, okay? So it says every year the World Tourism Organization compiles a list of the most visited places according to the number of international tourist arrivals for every country. Here you have the top 3 most visited countries as compiled by this organization in 2017. Okay, and you have the information. So you're going to have this, guys. Vais a tener solo esto. ¿Qué nos está diciendo? Most visited places according to the number of international tourist arrivals for every country. And what do they want? That you interpret this data. Quieren que interpretéis estos datos teniendo en cuenta esto. Si me está diciendo que no sé qué organización, hay que leer entre líneas, me está haciendo una lista de los visitantes por año y de los sitios que han visitado, tengo que interpretar los datos. Entonces, en el artículo, esto lo estoy contando en español porque es difícil de explicar y de entender. ¿Qué tenéis que hacer? Interpretar los datos, ¿vale? Pues aquí tengo que en Francia, vale, tengo que, por ejemplo, en Francia, ¿veis? Es en el que más personas han ido, ¿vale? ¿Y qué han visitado? Pues París y Burdeos, ¿vale? ¿Y cuántos han quedado? Pues de 3 a 7 días. Vale, en Estados Unidos ha habido menos que, incluso que en España. Han visitado esto, han estado más tiempo. Anda, es en el que más tiempo han estado, vale. En España ha estado también muchísima gente, es el tercero, ¿vale? Y han estado sobre todo en las playas y en los sitios, en los cascos históricos, ¿no? Vale, pues han estado también en casi de media una semana, ¿vale? Yo tengo que interpretar estos datos. Entonces, este es vuestro artículo que quiero que leáis. Espero que lo veáis bien. Lo leéis, os doy un tiempo para leerlo y ahora explico todo, ¿ok? Y lo que hay que hacer. Okay. Okay, so the information you're going to have is this one. Only one little paragraph and a table. Okay, so we have set this. Okay, to start the article with a question. Okay, we're going to read this more or less. Did you know that the total number of international tourist arrivals in the world has doubled in just a decade? Okay, in here you can invent, guys, you can invent whatever you want, or you can say, did you know whatever thing? Okay, you invent whatever you want to say, okay? And you have like something attracting the reader to keep reading. European destinations are still leading the rank while others are climbing up the list. We have invented this because we don't know if they are climbing the list. We suppose, okay, if this is the top 3, we suppose that they are climbing the list, but the top 3 are France, United States, and Spain. So France and Spain are in Europe, so European destinations are still leading the rank. France, now I speak a little bit about the data. France seems to top the charts, reaching around 2 million visitors a year, with Paris being the most sought. Sought means buscado, okay? From the verb to seek. City in the troubled world. The city of love, we invent a little bit. La ciudad del amor. Hacemos, guys, we can retrace back to our previous knowledge. Ok, si yo sé cosas de París, las pongo aquí también. ¿Vale? Hits a peak, this is vocabulary about graphs. Amongst lovers who tend to spend, ok, es como si tuvierais que redactar eso, esto, ¿no? This is it. Let me see. Hits a peak amongst the lovers who tend to spend from 3 to 5 days visiting Paris attractions. Whether they are traveling to visit the famous Musée du Louvre, well, I'm not going to speak French in this class, or the Eiffel Tower in Paris, or going wine tasting in Bordeaux, France has definitely plenty to offer for the curious traveler. Okay, so we interpret. What does it mean, interpret? Quiero que aparezcan estos datos. Tampoco tengo que ponerlos sí o sí. Pero los interpreto. Pues, ¿por qué pueden estar en París? Ah, pues viendo la Torre Eiffel o lo que sea, ¿ok? The US ranks the second with nearly blah blah million visitors a year, according to reports, according to the data provided, according to what is seen in the chart, okay? New York City and San Francisco are and New York, I think it says, are the most visited cities, but the country has much more to offer, okay? A great deal of tourists venture beyond the vibrant cities to explore the nature. One can be spoiled for choices, okay? When it comes to national parks, we have here comes to, which is a phrasal verb. We have these, which is passive, okay? Blah, 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 are just a few of them. We name places if we know. If you don't know the places, it doesn't matter. Despite the fact its numbers are a far cry to be a far cry es estar a años luz. Okay, so those are expressions. To that of US, Spain's tourism will only keep rising. Actually, the tourism in Spain has long ago skyrocketed. Skyrockets is again something about charts. Okay, se ha triplicado, ha subido como la espuma, something like that. Every summer, the coastline and many of the islands are flooded with tourists who would spend more or less a week holiday getting a nice tan. But Spain is more than pretty beaches. There are plenty of historical sites to see and rich culture to be experienced. That's it. ¿Veis? Aquí no pongo opinión ni nada. Porque no estoy solo interpretando datos. No pongo, pues yo iría a España. Eso no. Okay? That's it. So that would be a C2, okay, for you to know the level, okay? That would be a C2 with expressions. You have very good use of language. You've got things about graphs and so on, okay? So that would be. So now I'm telling what we are doing with all of this information that I'm going to pass to you right now, so don't worry. Guys, pay attention. Now I'm going to give you time to do this formal email, okay? Writing part 2. So now, guys, I repeat, you have time to start with your writing part 2, which is a formal email, okay? And do it in a word. I'm going to put it in the chat. Start your writing part 2 in a Word document, ¿ok? ¿Por qué en un documento de Word? Porque el próximo día los vamos a corregir todos en clase, ¿vale? No quiero que dé vergüenza, es simplemente por si tenéis las mismas dudas o falláis en lo mismo o para yo saber el nivel también y que los demás puedan ver pues las cosas. Si tenéis mal, perfecto, porque si hay mal, puede que tenga otra persona lo mismo mal, ¿vale? So, start your writing part 2 in a Word document, okay? Because we are going to work on it next day. And next day, estad muy atentos. Ahora hacéis esto, el que viene aquí, ¿vale? Formal email, so you read this again and you answer this. Okay, let's going to say the words. You're going to write, okay, 150 words. And next day, I'm going to tell you what we're doing next day. Pay attention. Next day, we are correcting this part, okay, all together, and we are going to make a table about statistics and figures. El próximo día corregiremos la parte formal, es decir, el writing part 2, y os empezaré a ver, chicos, es que cambio del inglés al español y me lío, me trabo ya. Os empezaré a dar este tipo de expresiones de skyrockets. Vamos a ver, por ejemplo, si el número es mayor, ¿qué podemos decir? Podemos decir que es el más alto y que aquí ha bajado con respecto a este, o por ejemplo, podría ser Francia en el año 2001 y en el año 2020 y en el año lo que sea, ¿vale? Entonces también podría ser dentro del mismo país, pues una comparación. Entonces, ¿cómo puedo decir yo que baja, que sube? Que baja y que sube es go up y go down. Pero os voy a dar 10 verbos súper difíciles para que os aprendáis de memoria y los pongáis en el writing. También si, pues yo que sé, fluctúa entre el precio tal o ha subido un 10%, eso lo vamos a ver el próximo día. O subir, o ha habido un incremento, porque esto también podría ser algo del precio, en este caso no ha caído, podría ser algo del precio, se ha incrementado en un 3%, o ha habido un crecimiento del 4%, ¿vale? Todo ese vocabulario lo voy a dar el próximo día, ¿ok? So now, guys, writing part 2, and if you have doubts, you ask me because I'm here, ¿ok? sorry guys, I forgot. I totally forgot. I'm going to pass the document. Of course. There you have it. Okay, perfect, guys. So remember that we don't use contractions in formal emails, and that we use the same, okay, the same things, but introduced in a different way. Okay, so that is basically it. And okay, so next day we are correcting the writings, okay? And I will give you the vocabulary, difficult vocabulary for the graphs and for the figures and all of this, because this is difficult. I mean, it's not difficult when you understand it. Okay, so next day we have to correct writings and vocabulary about graphs. If we have time, we will do only if we have time, we will do something about speaking, okay? In speaking is the same again, okay? I'm not going to go into much detail about the speaking, but guys, the speaking is just the first part of the speaking. Can be about very, very easy topics, like tell me about your last holiday, tell me about your favorite book, what was your favorite toy as a child, tell me about your best friends, what did you do last night. So those are easy things, okay, but you are going to be asked to answer in a way that is advanced, okay? So maybe we see that, but guys, this is just a very easy, very, very easy topics, okay? And you have also the description of images, okay? So this is what you are going to have in any speaking, okay? Like the image with a topic or description of different images. So I have here a lot of things. And you have to describe one image in relation to a topic, and you have to we saw one day the speaking part, and you have to compare photos. Okay, so this is what I will pass to you the following day. Okay, these pictures and all of this. Let me see if I can do a word with this. Perfect. Okay, so guys, the class has finished. Unless you have doubts. Do you have doubts about the writing, as Maria was telling about the contractions? Any other doubt?
Marta, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, for example, we can use, can we use in a formal email meanings? I don't remember, sorry.
You don't remember the word?
Idioms, sorry, idioms or expression.
Yes, of course. Of course. If they are not too informal, you can use idioms and proverbs and expressions. Very good.
Okay, and in informal too.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
In all of them, in all of the parts, you can use idioms and all these things. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Guys, more doubts? No. Podría haberos dado hoy, en vez de hacer el writing, podría haberos dado lo del vocabulario, but this is going to be too much. I mean, necesito que vengáis frescos ya otro día, okay? Because if not, it is too much. Okay, guys, so have a very nice week and see you next day with more things. So that's it, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye, guys. José, Raquel, Irene, María. The other María. Raquel, Irene. Bye bye, guys. Have fun.